What's up, guys? We're gonna be trying CRUMBL cookie for the first time ever. So let's go in the car, eat some cookies, and thank you for watching this video. If you're a regular, hi. And if you're new, hey, what's up? You clicked on the thick cookie thumbnail, didn't you? Didn't you? I'm trying CRUMBL cookie for the first time. Hey, it's me. I'm editing the video. I know what's gonna happen. Just holding the box, I can feel some of the cookies are warm and some of the cookies are cold. So I know the video just started and I don't want to mess up the flow, the energy, what's that word? I don't want to mess up the inertia. What is that fucking word? What is that word? I don't want to mess up the flow. I don't know. I don't want to mess up the timing of the video by doing cutaway. But I just want to say, how is that visual edit? You know what I mean? Like when I said it was cold, I made everything blue. When it was warm, I made it yellow. That was pretty... Okay, we'll get into the video, and I know cutaways can be fun for jokes, but I promise not to have too many more cutaways for a while. Let's get into the video first, before we do more cutaways. I'm guessing the chocolate chip cookies are warm, and they said that the frosted pink sugar are chilled. I also got a confetti cake. This is the confetti. This is the chocolate chip. And this is the sugar cookie with pink frosting. Let's try that again with some light. So the chocolate chip is definitely warm and the sugar cookie is definitely cold. I'm not sure if the confetti one is warm or cold. It was 6 cookies for $25. First up, chocolate chip. It's still soft inside but crispy on the outside. It kind of tastes like a homemade cookie that's been sitting for a couple minutes. It's good. I mean, it's good. Thank you. It smells homemade. And it's like soft and gooey, but it's not like mushy. It's definitely cooked. While being like crispy on the outside. It just tastes like a really good homemade cookie. Like it's definitely good. You can smell. It smells like butter and sugar and brown sugar. It's not the best chocolate chip cookie I've ever had in my whole life, but for like store-bought, it is pretty good. I would say if we're going 0 to 10, 10 being the best, for a store-bought cookie, this is definitely a 9. No, this is fresh, it's still warm. I don't know how it is when it's been sitting for a while. To be fair, I was just gonna take one bite, because they're big, and take one bite of each of them, but I am eating this whole cookie, so. Okay, these cookies are pretty thick and dense. Like, I thought I was gonna blow through all of these. I haven't even finished one cookie, and I'm like full, and I love cookies. So now that I really think about it, I was like, oh, 6 cookies, $25. That's just like Los Angeles. I'm gonna like eat all of the. I kind of thought like, oh, I'll probably like eat 4 of them, or at least 3 of them, one of each flavor in the car, and then eat the rest later. But like, I haven't even finished this first cookie, and I'm like pretty satisfied. I'm full physically, but then also my like sweet tooth is satisfied. And that's like not me trying to be like fake, like, oh, I'm so full, because I don't do that shit. Like, I pound cookies. So this is like pretty impressive, because I can usually eat like at least 2 to 3 cookies this size in one sitting. So they're thick and dense, and they're definitely worth the price. Like, I haven't even finished this one, but that's like how big they are. They're like as big as my palm. And now I'm full, so I probably should have just taken like 1 bite of each to do the flavors, because we just did like chocolate chip. My OCD wants me to finish this cookie though. I can't just leave this little bit. Okay, I'm actually super impressed, because like I said, I can usually pound cookies. And just eating 1 cookie, I feel like full and satisfied, which for somebody like me who's really impulsive and excessive, something I've really been trying to do in life is like balance. Like, I don't think we should starve ourselves, but I also don't think we should ignore our health and like never move. So what I've been trying to do is like eat the cookie and go for a walk, saying and to things. I want to take care of my body and I want to take care of my soul, because I could live to 100 or I could die tomorrow. So I want to eat the cookie and enjoy life and feed my soul, but I also want to respect my body and go. Like yesterday, I went for a 3-mile walk. I've been doing yoga. I've been doing rock climbing. I've continued to lift weights. And this cookie is actually perfect for balance, because I ate 1 and I'm like, good. So I give this one an 9 out of 10. Did I say 9?
I don't know what I said. I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's happening. What's going on? What is reality?
I gave this one a 9 out of 10. So I gave the milk chocolate chip cookie, which is their classic cookie, a 9 out of 10. And that's fresh from the store, warm. So I got 2 of them. We're going to wait till we get home later, and the second one's cooled down to room temperature. Then we're gonna try it again and give it another score. And I just wanna let everybody know, we are going to be rating the cookie as a room temperature cookie. So it could even get a 9 out of 10, but that's different than the 9 out of 10 warm fresh cookie. So what we're gonna do is there's gonna be 3 scores: fresh, warm, 9 out of 10, room temperature, we don't know, out of 10. Then the third one is just gonna be the overall cookie score, which is gonna be the mean of those 2 scores. It's not gonna be mean, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be the average. It's not an average cookie, it's delicious. It's going to be those 2 addition divided by 2. PEMDAS, order of operations. Okay, so we definitely want to judge these cookies in their natural habitat. So the chocolate chip was warm, so I wanted to test it warm as well as room temperature. The confetti cake also seems warm.
This one.
And the pink frosted sugar cookie feels cold. It actually says chilled on the screen when you order it.
This one.
So these 2, the chocolate chip and the sugar with pink frosting, those are the staple cookies. They're there every single week. The other 4 cookies change weekly, and that's kind of like CRUMBL's thing, is every single week there's 6 completely different cookies, except these 2, so there's 4 different cookies. I got the 2 classics, and then the one that I tried was the confetti. I got 2 of each. The other flavors were like a butter cookie, the Biscoff brand. One was like a peanut butter chocolate, and one was like a Twix bar. I decided to just go with these 3, 2 of each, to get both temperatures. So we're gonna try these other 2 cookies, one being chilled and one being warm, and then we're gonna try them again later at room temperature. So we're gonna go to the second classic, which is the sugar cookie with the pink frosting. I just like the aesthetics of this cookie. I have a weird relationship with cookies with frosting on them. I didn't grow up eating cookies with frosting on them. It was only like a thing that you would see at like special occasion parties, like a Christmas party. It was always far away. It wasn't in my house. Like my mom would buy us bald Pop-Tarts. Like she would buy us the unfrosted strawberry Pop-Tarts. She refused to buy us the Pop-Tarts with the frosting on them. As we became teenagers and we begged, she eventually got us the s'mores kind and then the purple kind. But now, to heal my inner child, every time I get Pop-Tarts, I get the frosted strawberry. I also like the brown sugar cinnamon. It's a big cookie. So I said earlier I really like the aesthetics of this cookie, and this cookie's aesthetic is kind of like my sweatshirt right now, because this cookie is kind of like an off-white with like a light pink, and my hoodie is dark pink with this white. This hoodie's kind of confusing because depending on the light, you don't really know if it's like a lightish washed out red or like a super dark pink. I mean, it's definitely pink, like it's a pink sweatshirt. I keep wanting to say hoodie, but it's not, it's a crew neck, there's no hood. But it's interesting because like, you can see that it's pink, but it's not like fluorescent pink, neon pink, bubblegum pink. It's almost like a pink that's like covert. It's military pink. But yeah, I just like these 2 colors together. And the thing with frosting on a cookie is the cookie's gotta be good on its own, and the frosting can't overpower. It can't be too sugary. It's gotta complement it. It's kind of like pizza. You can put all the toppings on it you want, but if the pizza's not good on its own, it's not gonna be good pizza. You're like, is he gonna take a bite of that cookie or what? Hey, this is my YouTube channel. I can do whatever I want. I have free will. I'm a sentient, conscious being. Stop, you're killing the clock! Tell me, Cookie, how much time can I waste? How long will they keep watching? We still have to do the funfetti cookie. Okay, here we go. This is what I was afraid of. You know that song that's like, you gave me just what I needed? This cookie is not that song. So yeah, it's a good cookie. It tastes good. It's like powdery consistency. What I wanted from this cookie was a firm, not crisp, but like firm but chewy sugar cookie. Like not crispy, but like there's like a bite to it, but then it like chews, kind of like you break it and bend it and it's like chewy with like this nice frosting on top. What this tastes like is, you're gonna come for me for this, but you know those cookies like at the grocery store or Walmart or Target, and they're like a sugar cookie with frosting and the sprinkles on top? And they kind of look like Play-Doh. They almost look like fake. And the cookie is kind of like crumbly and like powdery. CRUMBL. It's called CRUMBL. Yeah, it tastes like those. I don't like those cookies. I know a lot of people like those cookies, and guess what? You have free will. You're a sentient, conscious being. You want to eat those cookies? Eat those cookies. But I don't really like my cookies to be powdery. I like them to be like crisp on the outside and like gooey chewy on the inside. And I was kind of hoping that's what this one would be. Where like if you bend it in half, it like snaps at first, but then like bends. It's got a nice buttery flavor. The frosting is good because it doesn't overpower the cookie, like it's not nauseous. But yeah, it's just like, it's like crumbly, and that's the name of the brand, CRUMBL, but I just thought it meant like crumbs, not like powdery. And I can taste like almond extract. What's that? Like amaretto, marzipan, mascarpone, fondant? What's that almond flavor? It's actually a good thing because I was worried this cookie might be my new hyperfixation. It became my new hyperfixation. Which is good because I have no self-control, and when I get a new hyperfixation that hits my dopamine button, I just smash and smash and smash. These aren't even all the boxes. I had to throw out all the other boxes to make room for these new boxes. Please don't go through my trash can. So the good news is I'm glad that I went here, but I'm not worried about my wallet or diabetes. This cookie is kind of like if you like rub the side of it, it would just kind of disintegrate, and I don't really believe cookies should disintegrate. It definitely tastes high quality and the flavor's really good, but the texture just isn't for me. I only took 2 bites and I'm not gonna eat any more of it right now. Kind of sad that I got 2 of them. Maybe I'll give one to a friend. That's right, fuckers, I have friends now. Well, I've always had friends, but they all live really far away. But now I have some local new friends. And I've already gotten them cupcakes and cookies and Rice Krispie treats. That's right, when you're Matty K's friend IRL, he makes it rain snacks. Do I have a sugar headache yet? I'm shocked that these cookies are not gone yet. I'm gonna have salad for dinner to balance this out and drink a lot of water. Alright pals, before Matty goes into a sugar coma and passes out, let's try this last confetti, funfetti, colorful cake cookie. I don't exactly know the name, but that's the gist. Plus we still have to go to Trader Joe's to get groceries and then drive home. And do some sort of work today, because I haven't done anything today. Okay, that's not true. I did a lot of laundry, and I drafted an email to my landlord. You may be asking yourself, what does this have to do with your CRUMBL cookie review? Everything! It has everything to do with it! How dare you question me? How fucking dare you? Alright, let's try this other cookie. Hello, cookie. This is the kind of cookie that looks like it could make me happy. On the inside and on the outside. Like my inside and my outside. Fuck this cookie's feelings, it's an inanimate object. But that doesn't mean I won't still talk to you. I love talking to inanimate objects. Really hoping that this cookie's consistency is more like the chocolate chip and not the sugar cookie. And so far it smells more like the chocolate chip cookie. I'm not sure if each cookie's recipe is slightly different or if they just have like a basic cookie that they put chips into or frosting on top of. But the cookie part of the chocolate chip cookie definitely tastes different than the cookie part of the pink frosted sugar cookie part. Cookie. How many times did I just say cookie? I wonder if this pink frosting is the same too. It looks darker, so I don't think it is. Did I get frosting on my nose? It's my new skincare. So I definitely got frosting on my nose, but it was for research. This frosting is cream cheese frosting. It was a nice surprise. It's another layer. So I'm just realizing I never rated the other cookie. We're gonna give this one a 7 out of 10, and it wasn't really warm, it was just kind of room temperature, so I don't think we need to do it again. 7 out of 10 is a solid cookie score. However, if this frosting wasn't on it, or if it was just generic frosting, it would be a 6. The cookie itself is a 6, but the cream cheese frosting brings it up to a 7. The cookie part kind of is a mix between the chocolate chip cookie dough and the sugar cookie dough. So yeah, 7 out of 10, but only that cream cheese. I can usually tell how I feel because like the chocolate chip cookie, I ate the whole cookie. Now it was the first one and I was hungry, but this other one, I did take 2 bites, 3 bites. I wanted more because the frost cookie with the pink frosting, I didn't really care if I ate any more of it. That's kind of how I judge movies. Like if I watch a movie and I want to watch it again, that's a really good movie because even though I know what happens, it's an enjoyable journey and I really like the characters and how it makes me feel. And that's kind of like the chocolate chip cookie. I like how you made me feel, dude. Pink frosted. Oh yeah, we have to rate you. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. My first impulse was a 5, but I'm gonna give it a 6 and I'll tell you why. It was definitely very well made. It's buttery, I can smell and taste the high quality ingredient. There's a lot of love and thought put into it. The frosting is good because it's sweet, but it's not overpowering. And the cookie is a good cookie flavor. It's just not my specific texture. So I would say the pink sugar cookie, 6 out of 10, the funfetti, 7 out of 10, and the chocolate, you're a 9 out of 10.
Hey look, I'm back home now. So it's been 24 hours since I've gotten the cookies. They've been sitting in the fridge and I want to see if the texture tastes any different. We all know cookies are good fresh out of the oven, warm, gooey, but how are they the next day? They could be better, they could be worse, they could be the same level of good, but just in a different way. First up is the chocolate chip. You guys see how big this is? Like, it's really big. It's also really thick, and it's just like really dense and heavy. And I know that's kind of like a weird way to describe a cookie. I mean, I don't really think that's a weird way to describe a cookie. It's actually quite nice of you, thank you. But it's just like really solid. Thank you. These are definitely worth the price. Thank you. I was a little skeptical at first and just thought the price was maybe because it's Los Angeles, although I believe they're the same price no matter where you get them. So I thought maybe it was just like trendy inflation, but the ingredients do taste fantastic. Thank you. And they're really big. Thank you. I kind of want to just like break it in half to see like the chewy ratio. Okay, I'm just gonna bite into it, and the outside is gonna be more crispy. So I want to see how the outside tastes and the inside tastes. And it almost looks like it's kind of like caramelized. Like there's a little bit of like glistening. Can you see like that glistening? It's kind of like caramelized sugar crystals that form. It still smells good. Thank you. Smells like a cookie. It's good, but I think the outer edge is a little bit more dried. I want to kind of get this center thing. The chocolate chips are really big, which is really nice. Thank you. So the outside crust is a little dry and crumbly, but the inside is fantastic. Thank you. For a day-old, chilled, room temperature in the fridge cookie, I would give this one an 8 out of 10. Thank you. Which I gave it a 9 out of 10 when it was warm. Everybody loves a warm cookie. I think a fresh warm cookie is always just gonna be one rating above. But something I really noticed yesterday is I could really taste the butter, specifically like the butter sugar mixture. If you've ever made cookies, you know that you blend the butter and the sugar together first, and that kind of smell is, and that kind of taste is what I'm talking about. Like before you mix in the flour or even the egg, it's usually like sugar and butter, sometimes the vanilla extract, like all those things. and that was missing today. But what was still present, obviously from that sugar, is a really nice chew and texture and just like dense, cookie, doughy. It still was like chewy, which is what you want. All right, we gotta cleanse the palate. Gotta make sure shit's fair. All right, next up is the sugar cookie with the pink frosting. This is the other signature cookie, the classic cookie, the one they have every week. Now, I was pretty harsh on this cookie yesterday. The flavor was really great, but I didn't really like the powdery consistency of the dough. I was hoping for something more crisp at first and then chewy second. But I'm wondering if this is gonna be better today, because not only do they say that they serve it chilled, but the chocolate chip cookie was definitely more chewy and dense than yesterday, so I'm wondering if that's gonna be like this today. Yesterday I gave this a 5 out of 10. Let's see if we can up that score. So this one was definitely way better today, and I just want to make that clear. When I say way better, I mean for like my preference. Obviously, if there was a cookie with like a piece of shit on it, it would be objectively bad, but here I'm just being subjective. Maybe you really like your sugar cookies crumbly. I don't. I like them crisp at first and then chewy and dense. So yesterday I gave this a 5 out of 10. Today I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. Initially I wanted to do 8, but it doesn't quite have that super dense, almost borderline gummy texture, but it's significantly better. And I took a second bite and like, I would totally eat that cookie, and I would definitely get that cookie again. I wouldn't get yesterday's version of it again, but I would get this version of it again. And once again, the frosting is really nice. It complements it as well, but it's not like over the top. Also, that almond extract kind of subliminal messaging, subconscious influence flavor, it tastes way better with this consistency than yesterday's consistency. I think I was too harsh on this pink cookie because I found the perfect temperature to eat this at. The perfect temperature to eat this at, best way to eat this is, I got another one because I wanted to give it another try, and I left it in the hot car for like 2 hours, and I bit into it and it just kind of like melted in my mouth. So the best way to eat this pink sugar cookie is to leave it in your hot car for 2 hours and then eat it. But yeah, it's good. Cleanse that palate, pal. All right, last we have the funfetti cookie, which we learned yesterday had a cream cheese frosting. This pink frosting is not the same as that pink frosting. This pink frosting is denser and cream cheese based. That frosting is almost like a glaze, like if you ever had a glazed donut and the glaze was like kind of thick, that's kind of what it tastes like. That one tastes like powdered sugar and milk beat together. This one is definitely like cream cheese and butter. And for example, that frosting I wouldn't really get sick of because it's real subtle. This frosting I don't think I could eat too much of because it's a more powerful flavor. Yeah, like that, it's just like cream cheese with really distinct flavor. I want to take a minute to talk about these boxes. At CRUMBL, you can buy single cookies, 4-packs, or 6-packs. If you buy the single cookies, they come in the square box. If you buy 4 cookies, they come in a long, skinny box. And if you buy 6 cookies, they come in a rectangle box. I read somewhere online that the box is incredibly Instagrammable, but I mean, it's definitely very millennial, clean aesthetic minimalism. It's a one-word brand name, and they drop the E, so it's like CRUMBL, but without the E, so it's kind of like, it's like quirky or whatever. And like, it's clean and it's simple and it's millennial and it's quirky, but it's like, it's just like a pink box. Like, it's a nice pink box, but it's like just a pink box. Like, yeah, it's aesthetically pleasing in a clean kind of way, but I mean, and look, there's no E on CRUMBL, so that's like the millennial branding. But I mean, it's just like, it's just a box. So that's not me shitting on it, because like, it's a good job. Like, you want to trust your food, so you want to like feel good about what you're eating. So like, the clean aesthetic is like a good idea, but I'm a maximalist when it comes to like art, and so a plain box doesn't really impress me. It's not bad, but I read a lot of stuff online that, oh, it's like such a cool box, and it's just a pink box. It's just a pink box. And speaking of just a pink box, I have dozens of them. So I guess it works. Well, holy shit, that's the end of the video. Thank you for sticking around, pal. That didn't really fit in. Let's see if we can do it again. If you've ever been to CRUMBL, please comment below what you think and what your what your favorite flavor cookie is. I'm definitely gonna keep that in. If you thought this video was rad, please like, subscribe to the channel at DOGWMK on all social media platforms, or you can just search Delusions of Grandeur with Matty K. Search it wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned on TikTok and Instagram, so follow me there. And if anybody knows how to get unshadow banned, that'd be great. Anyway, hang loose, pal.